Konnichiwa, I'm Paqupel, your guide to Japanese flavors. Today we're making tonkatsu, a crispy, juicy Japanese pork cutlet made right at home. Before we start cooking, let's take a look at tonkatsu's story. Tonkatsu belongs to Yoshoku, Japan's Western-inspired cuisine, but today it also fits seamlessly into a traditional Japanese meal. It's often said to trace back to the French Cutlet, and one popular theory credits Rengate, a Western-style restaurant in Ginza, with shaping modern tonkatsu, drawing inspiration from tempura to adapt the cutlet to Japanese tastes. Today, tonkatsu is treated much like a washoku dish and is served with rice, miso soup, and pickles. Alright, let's start cooking. Make several small cuts along the boundary between the lean meat and the fat to cut the sinew. This prevents the pork from curling and helps it cook evenly. Then, lightly prick the meat in several places with the tip of the knife and gently tap it all over with the back of the blade. Finish by lightly massaging it with your fingers to even out the thickness. These steps tenderize the meat, making it softer and helping it cook evenly. Sprinkle sake over the pork. The sake helps remove any unwanted odors and makes the pork juicier. Cover the pork with plastic wrap and let it rest at room temperature for 5 to 10 minutes. Pat the pork dry with paper towels. Lightly season both sides with salt and pepper. Next, make the batter. Mix the egg, cake flour, and water until smooth and pourable. Coat the pork thoroughly in the batter, then cover it generously with fresh panko. Gently press to help the crumbs adhere. Tonkatsu is fried in 2 stages using both low and high temperatures. First, fry at a low temperature of 320 to 329 degrees Fahrenheit. Look for small, steady bubbles slowly rising from the chopsticks. This indicates the right heat. Gently lower the tonkatsu into the oil and do not touch it until the coating sets. Once the coating has set, continue frying, turning or moving it occasionally. This allows the heat to penetrate slowly, keeping the pork tender and juicy. Adjust the frying time depending on the thickness of the meat. For a standard 0.4 to 0.6 inches, aim for about 4 to 5 minutes. Approximate frying times are listed in the description. Let it rest on a rack for 2 to 3 minutes. The residual heat finishes cooking the center and the juices settle. While it rests, skim out any panko crumbs. Next, raise the oil to 355 to 365 degrees Fahrenheit and fry until crisp. Small, vigorous bubbles from the chopsticks indicate the right temperature. Fry for about 1 to 2 minutes until the crust turns a deep golden brown. Stand upright on a rack to drain excess oil.
Itadakimasu.
If you don't have tonkatsu sauce, try this easy homemade version. Mix medium thick Japanese sauce, ketchup, and ground sesame seeds. See you again in our next video, and don't forget to subscribe for more Japanese recipes.